What's going on, guys? Jay with Car Medics. I went to the shop today to shadow some of my technicians, and this is one of the things I filmed. Today we have a 2017 Jeep Patriot with a check engine light. P0456 is the code, which is a small EVAP leak. Anytime you have an EVAP leak, one of the easiest way to find it is to put smoke into the evaporative system and see where it's leaking from. So that's what we're doing right now. We got one of the tubes disconnected from the purge valve, and we are going to send smoke in there. We had to use like a rubber tube to get it sealed tight. So yeah, it took us like 2 minutes to realize that. But Mike's going to explain what we're doing real quick.
So unplug the EVAP line from behind the purge valve to test the system all the way back, and then you hook up the scan tool if you're able to cut it off by scan tool. You cut off the canister vent valve, then it'll close it off, and you'll be able to see if any leaks are present in the system throughout it.
All right. So that's what we're doing now. We have the scan tool hooked up to the vehicle, and we're going to command the solenoid close. So that's what we are looking for. We are looking for the EVAP vent solenoid, and we're looking and looking, and we're looking and looking, and we keep looking and looking, and we don't see it. It's not there. It's definitely not there. Come to find out, in Jeeps, the vent valve is not a solenoid, so we have to manually locate it. Usually it's very easy to see on the bottom of the car, so we don't see it here. And we see smoke coming from behind the fender liner. So, well, here we go. We have to take the wheels off. In order to take the wheels off, we have to raise it up in the air first. And then we're going to take the fender liner off and see if we can take a peek at the left side to see if it's there on the left side. And of course, it's not there. So we have to take the fender liner off on the right side. Let's see, you see us doing this. Various bolts holding it in. And once we get it off, we see smoke coming out of it. So there is the vent valve. It's also called the ESIM. So Evaporative System Integrity Module, it's called. And this one does not have a solenoid. So in order to test it, we need to block off that line. We block it off with a hose clamper. And then with that blocked off, because it's a vent valve, right? So we need to see where the smoke is coming from. So we have to block off the hose going to it. And then we checked all over the vehicle. We did not see a single leak. We didn't see a leak anywhere. And we were very thorough, very, very thorough. So you see us clamping it off. We had to actually use metal pliers, but we clamped it off. 100% is not going into the vent valve now. And there's nothing, no leak from all the way from the purge valve up front, all the way to the back of the car. So we're gonna test the vent valve next, the ESIM. The actual technical test to that is getting that tube, putting it in your mouth and blowing on it and back probing the wire. Yeah, we're not gonna do all that. This is what we ended up doing.
There's no leaks or anything right there. Not supposed to have that much movement. It's supposed to be very, very minimal movement inside that plunger. You can shake it like that. There's a magnet inside of there. Pulls it.
What is that piece called?
That's a leak detection pump for the EVAP system.
So no actual leak. So
Just
bad
getting
leak detection
infrared
pump.
reading.
All right. And then what we do is we get a new one, just compare it side by side. You see that one's loose, the other one is not loose. So yeah, we could have back probed it, we could have blew into it, and the reading should have been 0. But yeah, it takes like a minute to pull it off and just shake it. So I mean, just be smart. You don't have to be technical all the time. You can, it's not a shortcut either. I mean, we're 100% that is bad. You can tell physically it's bad. So in this situation, it was the ESIM. Obviously, you want to do testing to figure out it's actually that, like we did, because you don't want to guess something like this. You don't want to say, oh, it's a purge valve, or oh, let's just replace a fuel filler neck, or oh, the gas tank is leaking, or there's like a bunch of rubber tubes that are like dry rotted. You can't guess something like that, So that's why we charge diagnostic time. And it's going to be cheaper in the long run. You don't have to go back to the shop if it's broken or if it's guessed wrong. Plus, with the EVAP cycle, you're going to have to drive it before the check engine light comes on again if it is a wrong diagnosis. So it just saves a lot of time to get it right the first time. And P0456 on a 2017 Jeep Patriot. I mean, this is where you would start, and hopefully it's an easy fix for you guys.